a little bit closer to it. So
check my phone to see if I am live. Maybe I am.
Perhaps she is. Perhaps she's live. Will she be live?
She will be live. If she wants to. Oh, we are live. Great. So we are getting ready to go live on Austin Music TV, Channel 16, Austin. Yeah, we're just gonna hang out. We like to do this because there's been so many times that we've gone live and then had a call from our executive producer a few minutes into the show saying that we haven't had any sound. Oh, yeah. So when we go live a little bit earlier, we have the opportunity to kind of,
to double check.
Get the ducks in the row.
We hope to play some live music, and it's better if you can hear it.
Here, and get closer. Now they'll know that we really mean it.
Oh, yes. Nice. Hello.
I'm putting you back over there. You go back far away.
Yeah, no, back far away. It's safer that way. Yeah. So
it's been a year, y'all.
It has been a year. 1 year ago, we did our first live broadcast for St. Patty's Day. And I've drank enough this year for a year of St. Patty's Day. So
my back hurts. Maybe they can hear if I pop it. Ready? Let's see. Oh. No, but really.
I heard it. I did hear it.
I'm at least 1,200 years older than I was last year. What you gonna put? Oh, that sounds appropriate. I'm sharing the live stream and trying to help gather an audience for those of you that are curious. You should do the same thing. It's really helpful. Who's watching? Let us know where you're watching from.
If you get too worried, what you ought to do is sing. If you get worried, what you ought to do is sing. If you get worried, what you ought to do is sing. Sing about your troubles, it just might pass. And if you get lost, what you ought to do is sing. If you get lost, what you ought to do is sing. If you get lost, what you ought to do is sing. Sing about your troubles, it just might pass. Sing about your troubles, and they just might pass. Sing about joy. Sing about love and hope at last. Sing about your trouble, just might pass.
You should join our Patreon, and then we will
sing. If you get worried, what you ought to do is sing. If you get worried, what you ought to do is sing. Sing about your troubles, it just might pass. Sing about your troubles, it just might pass. Sing about joy. Sing about love and hope at last. Sing about your troubles, just might pass.
You can see better this way.
Sing about joy. Sing about love and hope at last. Sing about your trouble, just might pass. 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 Just might A song by the Wood Brothers.
Took me that whole song to write one thing.
Oh, what was
It
that
says,
one thing?
join our Patreon.
Huh.
You can join for as low as $5 a month. If you're watching, you should join. Let's see who's watching. Oh, Trust Cozine.
Huh?
I can't say it. Cozine. However it is that you would like that pronounced. He says, "Hi guys, watching y'all from East Washington." Nice shirt
guy. Yes.
That's from.
Very happy about this. Well, it's Beto. I've got little Beto O'Rourke prints in here, and he continues to do more for the population of Texas than the elected officials.
Correct.
So I think it's time for another run. I think that he would make a much better, governor. So
it's true. Which also
let it happen.
Furthers my point that you should join our Patreon, because you just should. Because Beto in shirts, so it makes perfect sense. So see you there on Patreon, Trey. Robert Oxford, for $5 a month, you can be a patron and watch our private Zoom concerts. You should join. He says Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
And then this lady named Jessica, it looks like she's just spamming. So we have...
I hate to see that evening sun go down. The sun go down. It makes me feel I'm on my last go round. Feeling tomorrow just like I feel today. Feeling tomorrow like I feel today.
John Amaro says, "Hey, Big John here. Very proud of you, young man.
Aw.
Better than ever. You go, big boy." Big John.
Well, hey, Big John, we miss you and hope to see you soon. Sometime soon.
Soon.
It's all gonna happen.
4 minutes till we go live on Channel 16
They'll be
in Austin.
hugging. There'll be droplets spewing. It'll be great.
Oh, gross. Really.
Well, I mean, it's just sort of, as a live performer, I'm mainly a droplet spewing fountain, and that's why for the past year we've been staying home because we love you and we want to get to spend as much time playing with you as possible, and that time is coming. I got my first shot.
Whoa!
That's right.
I got my first shot too.
That's right.
Perfect.
It's all starting to work. If you are in Texas right now, there is more vaccines available than are being utilized. That's because of problems with distribution and also some confusion as to how to find out where to get it.
We need a master plan.
Yeah. So I wish I had easy answers for you, but through the University of Texas, There are some vaccines available. Ask your friends, find out where, because we got ours through the University of Texas system. Find it, get it. Let's do this.
Do the things he says, because he's on the internet.
You can believe me, because I never lie, and I'm always right.
I knew that would throw him into that.
That's true.
I have complete control.
Absolutely.
So we have 3 minutes, and I'm going to have to stay really watching the time so that I can start the intro.
All right.
If you're watching online, we have 3 minutes left. We can cuss. We can do calls to action. Please give us money. We can't ask you for money while we're on television. So,
but tell them, please.
Enjoy the ad-free
If you'd like
show.
to support what we're doing, you can use Venmo or PayPal to help support us and keep the music rolling.
Yeah. Or better yet, you could just decide to make a contribution monthly, and you can start doing that as low as $5 a month, which it helps us and it makes us feel really good about ourselves. All right. We have 1 minute till I hit the timer, so guys, gonna play some segment music. Please take this time to go and refill your drinks. Go to the restroom. Please tag your family and friends. You want the only advertising we can afford.
John D. Graham song right now because we're no fools.
Hello, big wide world out there. It's me, Guy Forsyth.
I'm Jeska Bailey.
And it's Wednesday!
And we
so
like to
it's
talk like this.
time for the Wednesday show.
Happy Wednesday!
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy anniversary of our very first broadcast from home during quarantine.
Oh my God.
It was 1 year ago today when we did our first live stream from home.
That's
and
true.
How many live streams have we done at this point?
It's hard to tell. This is live stream 109 of us doing them from our living room or in our home. But that doesn't count the Zooms, the private online concerts, the collaborative work that we've done with other artists. I would say we're probably around 250 to 300 by now.
Yeah, because
That's a lot.
idle hands are the devil's playground. And
I love the devil. I'm just kidding, I don't.
That's why you're dressed like that. Yeah, I understand.
So we have a great show for you.
Midsummer.
I wore this so that you could see that I have green, so then maybe someone won't mess with me the whole time.
I don't know. I don't know if that's good.
Look at my eyes, they're green too.
Okay. Look at my teeth. Right.
Play the sweet song. My chair is creaky.
Where does this song come from?
We wrote it.
That's right, we did.
Yeah. We wrote this song for our kids. Very gay melody. If I were queen, I'd build you a palace with peppermint patty streets. We'd live off cherry pie, sing and dance forever.
finest in the land. You would always know that you have somewhere to go. Never be a slave to any man. If I were king, if I were king, if I were me, you'd be lucky. May you be strong, may you be safe, may you live long, may you find someone who makes you smile. A million hidden treasures makes it all worthwhile.
May your conscience be your own.
May this world be your home. May you and it treat each other fair.
May you stand up for what's true.
And find joy in what you do. And only then can you dye your hair. If I were king, if I were king,
Or queen.
if I were king, the years tumble by and there's a trick of the eye as it shows where the light was just before. Choose of the crown, hey, I'll see you around. You always leave me wanting more.
Maybe you'll have babies.
And maybe they'll have babies. There'll be babies everywhere.
It's your choice, you can choose.
What to abide, what to refuse. Now get out of here.
If I were queen,
If I were king,
if I were queen,
if I were king,
if I were queen,
if I were king,
if I were queen,
if I were king, if we
were. Thanks for letting me know. Wade Lindstrom said the second camera is not as loud, but it's still delightful. Thank you for letting me know.
Then we should fire the audio team. They're out of here.
Fire the audio team, which is me. This
know, I'm the
is
audio
a
team.
two-person
I
program.
plugged in the microphone.
Oh, let's introduce Jacquelyn.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
This is Jacquelyn Graham, who has some secrets for successful living.
Yeah. Uncomfortable conversations.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Jacquelyn Graham, and this is Uncomfortable Conversations. Today, I am going to continue on with what we were talking about, which is change and choices. So, the thing is, you have the ability to change your entire life by changing how you think and what you think about. Wayne Dyer said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Now, that's just plain physics because, light can be a particle or a wave depending on what you are expecting to see, really. So, if you go out in the world and you are expecting awful things, you think the worst of people, you think the worst of situations, you think the worst always happens to you, you think, anything negative, anything, limiting, argue for your limitations and they're yours. I got that when I was a little kid from Jonathan Livingston Seagull. It was some of the best advice I ever received. If you go out expecting bad, you're going to find bad. It's the blue car theory, as my preacher talks about. His name is Dave Haney at Riverbend. He's awesome. But he says after you buy a blue car, blue cars are in the top of your mind. So all of a sudden, all you see is blue cars on the highway. But that doesn't mean that there are more blue cars. It just means that you're paying attention to them. So you get what you expect. You get what you give. If you were giving out energy where you were looking for the negative, the awful, the ugly, the proof that life is crap, so you can, feel right in that, you're going to find it. Now, if you go out with a positive attitude, or if you're going into a difficult situation, if you just put it in your mind, let the best possible thing happen for everyone in this situation, and move into it with that attitude. Go into it neutral. Don't expect good or bad. See what the situation is about at that time. News is that way. Life is that way. You will find what you are expecting to find. And wouldn't it be nice if you could make your days more pleasant? Doesn't mean that there's not ever going to be some terrible situation, something ugly that happens. It's all in how you deal with it. So are you going to have a good day with 10 seconds, a minute of some things that were unpleasant? Or are you going to have a minute of things that are unpleasant and drag it out all day long because you're going over and over it in your mind and talking to people and reliving it and justifying it and, all of the things that we do to keep things alive in our life. Take the lesson, send a blessing to somebody if they're being ugly, and walk away. And let them own their own anger, their own ugliness. You don't have to take it in. You really don't. So work on you, work on your own world, work on your internal landscape. Because if you're looking outside of you for something to decorate your internal landscape, your focus is in the wrong place. Everything you need is inside of you. Take care of yourself, feed yourself good stuff, and control what you can control, which is you and your thoughts. You have a wonderful day. Please feel free to contact me. I'm at jacquelyngraham.voice@gmail.com. I'm happy to talk to you. I'm happy to discuss anything that you want to hear about. So you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.
Lots of wisdom there.
Yeah, that's it's like a nice shower for your soul.
Yeah. Once a week, 5 minutes. Jacquelyn Graham, kicking at
Hook up the source.
bulls.
Very nice.
Kicking apples.
So, we'd like to give some shouts out to Sue. We miss you.
And probably Jim, too.
And Jim. And we hope to see you sometime soon. I think that Jess might actually get there before I do.
I know.
So,
I think I'm coming up in May.
Horrible.
It's not horrible. I'm excited.
It's awful.
Lisa Huffman. Hi. I hope that you're doing well. I know you had troubles when that crazy snowstorm came through. And also want to do a shout out to Mike Cora, because Mike...
For his support.
What is that? Don't let it touch us. Gross.
It's down there somewhere. We can't give any calls to action, and we don't want to lead anybody astray. And you don't need us to tell you what to do. You know the right thing.
You're going to switch it to that camera.
Good person, and you know that it needs to happen. And we have a wonderful opportunity here to showcase Susan Gibson. I met Susan Gibson when she was playing with the Groobies and driving around Texas in a van, and she's turned into a amazing songwriter and a great warrior for good. And this is a song that she just recently wrote, and it was produced at Blue Rock Studios by Billy Crockett, who also appears in this video. And so this is for
healthcare workers,
the people on the front lines right now. And this is Compassionate Combat by Susan Gibson.
You're used to giving. Did you hear a call, or were you driven to service? your whole life? Do you put yourself in danger? Do you risk it all to help a stranger? Well, the nurses don't think twice. And we ask so much of you. Leave your families and your homes for the work you gotta do. You are the miracle, the gift, pulling 18-hour shifts of compassionate combat. How do you thank someone for that? You get to your task, an angel in a homemade mask. You got your picture taped on your gown. Machines for ventilation. Human beings need more than medication, and there's no sign of slowing down. And we ask too much of you. You are a marvelous machine. You got your bedside manners too. You are the miracle, the gift, pulling 20-hour shifts of compassionate combat. How do you thank someone for that? And out there on the front lines, can you feel that we're behind you? We'll take every opportunity we can just to remind you that we see you and we love you and we need you. So thank you. And we're gonna ask too much of you. Hold our hands as we let go, or hang on and pull us through. You are the miracle, the gift, in every single shift of compassionate combat. And you can thank a nurse for that.
Welcome back. We were enjoying that song. It's so good.
Yeah.
And Susan really wrote the right song at the right time. And I think that it's important to keep all of that in mind and be thankful for the people who are putting themselves in harm's way for your good. When I got my shot, there were all sorts of volunteers who were helping man the athletic field parking lot where we were getting our shots. I was in my car the whole time. Arm's a little bit sore from where I got the shot from yesterday.
Yeah.
But otherwise doing just fine. And glad to have it. This is a song that I wrote, and I wrote this for first responders everywhere. When the flood came back, we did it all again. Every
side by side on the banks and filled the bags till morning. And when the sun came up, we laughed like fools, swore we'd do it again with worn out tools. But the flood came back, guess you couldn't see without warning. Now Johnny was a true blue cowboy fan. He had his weight in the shovel, had his faith in the man. Can't understand God's plan today. I mean, he hung it all from the weather vane down, cut back the cedar, he leveled the ground, and now he's found his command washed away. Oh, there's no mercy in this land. The beast eats all that it can, and I don't understand why I am here. Though my brothers disappear without me. My folks, their hopes and dreams, just cigarettes and gasoline around me. There's no mercy in this land. She's got to give a good goddamn. And I don't understand why I'm here. Though my brothers disappear without me. My folks, their hopes and dreams, just cigarettes and gasoline around me. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. But here I am. When the flood come back, we'll do it all again. When the flood come back, we'll do it all again. When the flood comes back, we'll do it all again. When the flood comes back, we'll do it all again. And when the flood comes back, we'll do it all again.
Nice. I guess the theme of the show today is compassion for our healthcare workers and all the people that have to be out there working.
That's right. And the great piece of wisdom that came from Mr. Rogers, who said, anytime there's a disaster or some other negative event and you're watching the news coverage or witnessing it, look for the helpers. And there's always more helpers
Yeah,
than there are adversaries.
true.
Because ultimately, we are all in this together for both good and bad. And so what can we do to make it good? What choice can we make to make the situation good? What positivity can we bring?
Right. And I think that that's a great segue for our next clip. This is another video that was shot at Blue Rock. Billy Crockett and Dodie Crockett are two lovely people that truly love music. You can tell that the reason that they do what they do is because they love it.
Yes.
It runs in their blood. And we're used to going and playing to a sold-out room. And so they made sure that that's the same experience we had. They sold the room out. They kept all of the same patrons that we usually have. And they printed a 8x10 of every single one of their faces and hung it in the audience.
So when we were on stage looking out at the crowd, there are all these faces looking back at us, which is, of course, the thing that we miss the most.
Yeah. And then, as if that wasn't enough work for them, mind you, every face had its own chair. So every chair had a face. Then they found the applause from the show that we had done there previously, and they captured it and could have audience interaction with us during our show. And it was the most human experience that we had had in 9 months.
It was a real healing experience, something that we desperately needed.
So this is another song recorded at Blue Rock, and another song that we're sending out to healthcare workers and those that have to be on the front line.
If I was second, I could get well. Could you let that be? If I was second, I couldn't get well. Would you need to be free? If I was second, I couldn't get well. If you looked in my eyes and you could tell. If I was second, I couldn't get. Would you wait with me? Would you wait with me? I was high and I couldn't come down. Would you give me your hand? I was high and I couldn't come down. Would you watch your man crash land? I was high and I couldn't come down. Wings made of needles pinned to the ground. I was high and I couldn't come. Would you take a stand? Would you take a stand? Don't abandon me here beneath this crowd. Darling, I need for you to understand that I can't talk right now. This is where we find ourselves, where the indifference ends. Dreams, nightmares neatly shelved here, alone among friends. If you were second, you couldn't get well. Tell you what I do. You were second, you couldn't get well. Never ask if you're true. You were second, you couldn't get well. I will hold you forever, or at least until you were second, you couldn't get. I will wait with you. I will wait with you. I will wait with you. I will wait.
We're just here watching ourselves play on the on the playback.
We look so cool.
We're just like, oh, we love that place. I mean, it's like just all the cameras. They just did such a great job, even with it all being automated. Just a wonderful organization, and I'm talking about Blue Rock Studios, taking care of the people working with them and doing a really great job. And you know, you'd like to think that if you had the opportunity to do something, you'd do something like that.
It's true.
Because they're really extending themselves, not just for profit, but for purpose.
True.
Yeah.
This next segment, I really hope people are watching. Facebook has just changed their format. They're taking away watch parties.
Yeah.
And they no longer show us how many people are watching live. So we don't even know if anyone's watching. So please speak out. If you're watching, say hi. We'd love to know you're here.
We'd love to know. There's been a lot of changing to the platform and a lot of evolution and in some cases devolution toward the technical aspects of live streaming, which is definitely a fantastic opportunity. What we have seen in this past year is the adoption of live streaming as a way that musicians everywhere are trying to communicate with people. And hopefully that won't go away. Hopefully that will continue as a way that people can experience the music that they love and find the music that they love. Although,
they say there's 11 of us.
Hey, there's 11 of us.
Yeah, it won't show us who's watching. So thanks for shouting out. Deanna, Aubrey, Lisa, Michael, Stacy. This is great.
Sifu Pickens is watching,
Hey,
and
Sifu.
he had a great comment that the more you know, the less you understand, and I totally agree. And it's great to hear your cyber voice, and I'm glad you're tuned in. And I love seeing all those pictures of grandkids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just good to hear from you if you're watching. Please stay. Please hang out. Every time I talk to Patrick, he's like, I think all the viewers go away when I come on. And I'm like, no, Pat, this is important. The reason that we want Austin, Texas Musician to have a segment on this show is because we believe that the information that they are giving us is so important. And they're doing so much work. We can listen for a minute.
Oh, yeah. One of the things that slowed down the representation of musicians is the lack of a successful lobby like corporate interests have, like unions have. Just a way of finding the things that all musicians have in common and a way to access that and act on it. So this is where the hard work is being done, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah. So watch, learn, listen. This is important. If you're not a musician, this affects the lives of musicians that you love.
Just if you're not a musician, just think of it as like a backstage look at gladiators who know they're probably going to die in combat.
Here we go. Sure. I'm here with Patrick Buchta from Austin, Texas Musician. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, Jessica. How are you today?
Oh my God, I'm so good. We have had a crazy few weeks. We didn't make it on the air last week. Had a big thing with Bella Jane. You know, had to rush her around and ended up at the Dell Children's Hospital.
Jeez.
So, but she's good and we're good, and now we're back and ready to talk about things going on.
Thank God. What a blessing. I'm just glad everything's working out okay with her. So
yeah, me too.
That was a real big scare, but God bless you guys. And here we are. And it's another crazy busy week in the world of Austin music.
Why don't we talk about the maps? We have maps opening up soon.
We sure do. We've been working on the new map application for this year, and that is our Austin, Texas MAP Musicians Advisory Panel, if you will. And we're going to launch that on April 5th. So just a couple of weeks here, we're going to have that application up and open. And we are looking for musicians who have a heart for service, maybe people who are already out there in the community doing community work and who may see a way to fit into the work we're doing. We really need people who want to show up and put the time and effort in and know that you're going to make a big impact. You know, we're going to be growing a lot in so many more ways this year.
Absolutely.
And we just want to bring on as many of those musicians as we can to help us.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you even have a strong opinion, maybe you don't even realize that that's an activist type of mentality.
Sure.
But if you have an opinion about something that you'd like to see changed, this is an awesome opportunity for you as a musician or someone in the community that is a musician to put that step forward and start making the changes that you want to see in your community.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you for that. I mean, I think if anything, you know, what we've been able to do with our musicians advisory panel is to sort of grow and incubate leaders in our music community, you know, and so you come through this program and you get to do a lot of different things and learn a lot about city government and politics and all these different things that really make an impact in the community. And so what we're doing here is really training leaders, and we welcome some new ones in the 2021 class.
That's very exciting. I can't wait to see who applies.
Yeah, thank you. And I guess speaking of, you know, training new leaders, it sounds like we have some really great work going on in the ATXM Sisterhood. And of course, by my own design, I'm not in those meetings. That's just for women. So maybe you can tell me a little bit about what's going on there.
Sure. I'd be really excited to. We are just starting the preliminary, getting to know each other and deciding exactly what we want our message to be. So we had our last meeting last week. There'll be another one in 2 weeks, I believe. And we're just coming together as a community of women and musicians. If you're a woman in the music industry, perhaps you're a booking agent or something that has to do with the music industry, we still want to talk to you. You're a valid member of this community as well. We'll put out posts on ATX Pro on Facebook and on the website. Keep your eyes open for those links to join the meetings. If you want to be involved in receiving email updates and things of that nature, reach out to me and I will throw your name in and you will receive those emails as well. It's really exciting. Can't say enough good things about our leader, Sonia. She's also one of the board members with you, Pat.
Yeah, that's correct. And I'm just so proud to see you guys all come together and work together. You, Sonia, Lauren Gould, who are leading up this effort, and just really feels great to, you know, we realized we had a lot of work to do in this area this year. And of course, you know, me and Nikia are not the guys to do it. You know, we needed to be able to create the space and then just step back and know that this is, you know, we're here to support whatever decisions you guys make.
Yeah,
and
it's a huge honor to be asked to lead a group like this.
Yep.
And you know, it's so interesting, the dynamics of women entertainers. We have so been taught to be guarded against each other, even, that it creates this weird dynamic that I'm hoping that we can work together to just break the barriers down, start trusting each other, because if we can start trusting each other, oh my gosh, we can just start lifting one another up, and then there's nothing that we can't do.
Absolutely. One really cool new thing that I've been working on with a musician named Dusty Saxton. He's the drummer for Granger Smith. And Dusty has been off the road, obviously, with the pandemic. So he's selling life insurance. And, he came to me with an idea. What if we had life insurance and retirement plans for musicians? So Dusty and I have been working real hard over the last couple of months. Or rather, I should say, Dusty's been working real hard on a 17-page proposal that's really detailed, really involved. He's got all the math in there on how this could work and really bring some value to musicians' lives as they do plan for their future. And so, you know, we would like to bring this idea forward with a newly created Austin Economic Development Council and see how we can, you know, create those pools of money for investment for our musicians' future. You know, there's so many of us who get to, you know, where I am at this point in my life at age 50, and you know, maybe you know, I had the benefit of a corporate job for a long time that helped me raise some money, but you know, a lot of us have not, you know, had that opportunity really. And to be honest, mine's almost all gone because I started this job and I've been living off that. So
I mean, I know I'm still youngish, but Guy, for example, Guy's been in the music industry for 30 years.
Yeah.
I think that the only other job he had was he worked at McDonald's for like 2 months to buy a part to repair a car. long
Sure,
time
sure.
ago. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Guy doesn't have a retirement plan, you know? I am the retirement plan, I assume. I will just be working and upholding that as I get older. But then what happens to me when I get older? So,
Sure.
what a valuable thing to
Well,
even
yeah.
contemplate.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we so often I think we take for granted, you know, the resources we have here. I mean, we look at somebody like Guy, who's a legend in the music community, and you just assume, oh, Guy's an international star, so you know he's probably got it all worked out. But you know, the reality is that you know we've all had to piecemeal our careers together year after year, and so we don't get those you know extra benefits that you know those types of jobs allow.
True.
And I think this is an opportunity to fix that. And so we're going to be working real hard on that.
I do think there's such value in giving creative souls peace of mind.
Absolutely. You know, we all love music, but we don't realize often what it takes to make that music and to keep making that music. And so really a lot of our work is about educating the public about who we are and what we need and working with the city to make sure that happens. So.
You're exactly right. And this all goes back to applying to be a MAP member. You need to apply to be a MAP member. We've come full circle. And this is the kind of change that we're talking about. You don't have to be a congressman. You don't have to be a politician. You can be just a concerned citizen and you can find a way to make a difference. And Pat and all of you guys over at Austin, Texas Musician are definitely giving the platform for us to have our concerns addressed, I think.
Thank you so much, Jessica. It's been great to do this work and be here with you. And we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Are we back
Can
on?
I hear? What can I hear?
Are we back on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, the ceiling fan's on, so we have effectively a acoustic vibrato going on.
Should I turn it off?
No. I think that'll be great for right now. We've installed a kinetic vibrato device just for this next song, so that you can sort of see the little waves of heat coming off the view of the highway disappearing into the distance.
I wanted to do a couple more shout outs. We got Aubrey Hayes, Michael Page, Dave Pickens, Sheila Steele, Wade Lindstrom, Chris Chavez, Carol Algren. Yeah. And we wanted to do a special thank you to Michael Dunn because things that we cannot mention.
Right.
But thank you, because this is nonprofit. I do this and produce this every week for free because I really believe in the message.
And we love you. And we hope that this will be ultimately a way of unifying artists and audiences in ways that will give us a better say in the world around us.
Yeah, and not only that, but a community creator. I want to be a connector. You should sing this Snake song that we got. It's recorded. It's coming out in 2 months.
That's right. This is a song called Snakes Around My Trailer, which I wrote because there were snakes around my trailer. It just seems like whether you're on the macro or the micro level, Texas has always got it out for you. Now we pause.
This is just me. I was born in Texas.
And now we commence. 1, 2, 3. There are snakes around my trailer. I found a scorpion in my bed. Snakes around my trailer. Found a scorpion in my bed. If Texas has its way, I could wake up dead. Black gold running in the sheetrock, paper wise in the eve. I try to keep up with the upkeep, but an honest man may be deceived. Oh, God help the child set upon by feet. hot sun working on the red clay, and it cracks just like a chain. Hell in August, Texas, fools pray for rain. How you done, sons of bitches? Hurricane. And if it wasn't trying to kill you, wouldn't be Texas. You ain't got the fight, you won't make it here. See that cowboy hat, riding that Lexus, venom in that wicked grin from ear to ear. And if it wouldn't kill you, wouldn't be Texas. You ain't got the fight, you won't make it. See that cowboy hat, riding that Lexus, venom in that wicked grin from ear to ear. It's a jacked up day when I wake up and I'm already late. Looking out the front door, wonder what I run for to meet my fate. If Texas had its way, I'd be gone without any trace. 100 right behind me to take my place. There are snakes around my trailer. I found a scorpion in my bed. If Texas has its way, there will be bloodshed. And if trouble makes a man, I'm a thoroughbred.
Yeah. Nice. And then you broke your guitar.
And then I broke my guitar.
Then you broke your guitar.
Because, you know, that's what you do. You set fire to it, you blow it up, you throw it.
That's why we have 50 of them.
That's right. Gotta make sure you can afford to, you know.
Buy more?
I hope so. That was my plan.
Next we have
Don't
Dan.
actually break guitars.
Dan Johnson, who we are sending our best, warmest thoughts and prayers out to right now because he had some bad dental problems and has just been in so much pain. And he's healing today, but luckily he's on top of business and had pre-sent a video already 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we definitely send our love out to everybody who's having trouble with their teethers.
We love you, Dan. This is Dan Johnson.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Navigating the Musical Minefield with me, your host, Dan Johnson. Today, I'm going to talk about picks, guitar picks, plectrums, what you use to strum the strings on whatever instrument you're choosing to play. There's several kinds, shapes, sizes, and colors that run the gamut of everything you could possibly imagine. Today's episode is going to be brought to you by my pick company that I personally use. My friend Greg Atkins owns this company called Strum and Comfort. You can look them up online, strum-n-comfort.com. There you go. So, and he makes, these are called a thumb pick. Okay, this is for use with really anything you want to use it for. This is my personal signature pick with my little Bigfoot cowboy logo, Danimal. And you can go to the website and order Danimal picks or order any of his wonderful guitar picks that he has for sale. And he makes them for all kinds of instruments out of all kinds of different materials. Here's one of his, I believe, that he has made out of stone. And get a little close-up of that. Really beautiful heart-shaped stone pick. So the reason I'm going to talk about picks is because I realize a lot of people have questions when they see me using different picks. What's that for? How do I use it? The reason I use this particular model is I play a lot of dobro, pedal steel, lap steel guitar, and slide guitar, and I do a little bit of mandolin and banjo. So when I'm in a multi-instrumental mode and I have to pick up different instruments, a regular thumb pick has a tendency to slide off, and this, as you can see, stays on pretty secure. Also, his picks are made out of a wetsuit type material, or a special material he's all top secret about, not going to tell me. And what you notice is when you're playing with a thumb pick in particular, or any pick, the harder tension you use on both hands to grip or to pick the string will actually slow you down, in my opinion. This is just something I believe. So this pick will fold in on itself if I buckle down and am too heavy-handed. Therefore, it forces me to play softer. And when I play softer with a softer grip, I can play faster. So this is something that works for me. Check it out. Maybe it'll work for you. And it, like I said, guitar, whatever you play. I'm going to show you some other things too as well. These are the other picks I use. They're a Dunlop, and I usually am using a heavier gauge. So I'm using about an 18, and this one's a copper one. These fit on your fingers, okay? And usually how you would play banjo, lap steel, pedal steel, dobro, you would usually use one thumb pick with a plastic edge and then two metal picks. The metal picks come in different gauges, different sizes. This is a real thin, this is like a 12 or something, but I wanted to show you, if you're ever using these, a lot of people get scared of these, but this is a really light gauge, so I can do it with my hand. But you can form these to really fit what you like to do, okay? And you can get in there with a little tool, a wrench of some kind, and really shape these to fit yourself. And a lot of people get scared by this, and it's nothing to be fearful about. This is a really good tool that's useful for helping you, learn how to finger pick. Some people don't use picks at all. That's fine. And some guys will use 3 of them, okay? Certain banjo players playing clawhammer style will actually use one of these and flip it around to the other side so they can backwards pick. Okay, that's another kind of technique. Some guitar players will use just a regular pick or plectrum. I have a tendency, if I ever use these, which I really don't anymore, I like a little gripped pick that has these little kind of, you probably can't see, but gripping to the actual pick. It's more for guitar. And then sometimes when I'm using a light gauge, which again I never do, and I never use these kind of picks anymore. I use a thumb pick all the time. But you can get almost paper thin to if you like lighter strings. This will probably be something you could try that might work for you as well. And they do make different sizes for guitar picks. You can get little ones for your mandolin, your tenor banjo. They make gripped ones that are cork gripped. These are kind of strange, but they work, for whatever you're using. A lot of times people that play auto harp, okay, they'll use a felt pick. This is a strange one, but I know some ukulele players and some auto harp players that use these as well. And time to time, I know guys that like the metal pick. I've used it, wasn't a fan, but so there's a lot of things out there to help you kind of, learn different styles and learn different picking techniques to help you play. I hope that was something that you could use today. Again, the show is Wednesday at 9 p.m. Come watch me, Channel 16, Austin Music Television. This is Dan Johnson saying goodbye and happy playing and happy navigating the musical minefield. Thank you.
Dan
Johnson.
Johnson.
just dropping knowledge, just making it easy, throwing wide the gates of musicianship so that
stuff.
you can enter if you so choose. It's a great idea. Spend time. People are at their best when they're sharing the things they love. I imagine there was a period of time where people didn't worry as much about what they sounded like when they sang, but sang for the experience of singing. I hope that everybody gets the experience to sing out of joy for their own reasons.
I want to acknowledge that we still have some watchers. We have Sue,
Oh, really? You think so?
Robert, Lisa. Yeah, there's still people watching. So
We love you.
That's great.
Thank
We're
you
going
for
to hang
tuning in.
out on Facebook and YouTube
We'll
for
answer
a little
questions.
bit. Yeah,
And perhaps we'll all play a
After the
game of
show.
strip poker.
that too. So if you want to hang out, you can watch on YouTube or Facebook after we end this 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock stream on Channel 16 Austin Music TV. We have one more song for you, but we just what else do we have to say? Anything?
Oh, we'll continue to be nice to each other.
I mean, that's a given,
you know,
really. Don't
take
be
pride.
a jerk.
Take pride in what you do, no matter what it is. Wear lots of hats. Don't forget sunscreen. Get your shots. Wear your masks. We're not out yet, but we can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Both the cats just jumped so high in the sky. There he goes again with that same old little ditty about her in hell, singing with his eyes closed. Where does he go? Heard the song before. The one he says doesn't matter
Anymore.
but like a clock it goes around. Naughty. Well, we have 2 minutes. What you got?
Well, for 2 minutes, I suppose the greatest thing my mama ever told me was to see the world from someone else's eyes. The salty and the sweet, the melody and the beat. Without the right wing and the left wing, this bird will never fly. Why don't you meet me in the middle, where we can agree, a good place to stand,
Love you, Dave.
for you and me. Why don't you meet me in the middle, where we can get down. I see you and you see me on common ground. If you believe that freedom's for all men and all women too, justice for the least of us, rivaling the beast in us, no matter who you are, I am with you. Meet me in the middle, where we can agree.
We're going to do a John D. Graham song right now because we're no fools.
And if you listen, you will be heard. Meet me in the middle, where we can agree, a good place to stand, oh, you and me. Meet me in the middle, where we can get down. I see you and you see me on common ground. If we believe love makes a way and gets us through the darkest day, we don't even have to fight. Sometime we can both be right. Open up your heart, let it have its say. Why don't you meet me in the middle, where we can agree, a good place to stay, for you and me. Why don't you meet me in the middle, where we can get down. I see you and you see me on common ground. I see you and you see me on common ground. That's a good start right there.
I think we outroed and everything perfectly.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're still with us. That was the show for the
Television.
TV people who still watch TV, which
There's some of them, at least 9.
I think they're in black and white.
At least 9 of them. I was checking our donations, which we can now say donations because we're not on television. Mike Cora, thank you so much for sending a donation to us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And
Really.
also Michael Dunn, thank you so much. It really means a lot to us. We do this show and often just don't get any donations, so we really appreciate it. So thank you. What shall we do now? You want to do Amazing Grace? Wait, our cats are about to rumble.
You can show the cats
I'm
fighting.
gonna throw. I have to show the. I mean, basically, it's my responsibility at this point. I think that I have to show the cats fighting.
They chickened out.
You guys aren't any fun. They heard us talking about them.
We were hoping for violence, but no.
Ugh, sorry, no cat violence today. Just Christian songs. But I should tune. But I can tune while you.
Do you think of this as a Christian song?
Well, I do. I'm gonna let the cats out though, because they're fighting with each other. Do that again.
Again.
Talk about it. Because I have to tune.
Okay, in this song we have a combination of the sacred and the profane. A little bit of something for everyone. A mashup of 2 pieces of publicly owned intellectual property.
side that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I was blind, but now I see. 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 But now I see. I trusted you with my butterfly knife, trim a raincoat and sister's life, and I was good as gold. You would melt me down, charge me a rent on hollow ground. Tattletale, I heard what you did. Keep snitching, but you can't keep it. Tattletale committed your crime. Now your friends do time. I move a little bit to keep myself in. Head on head, she don't bend. Tattletale, what did you get, babe? Through the prison and the merchant land. Tattletale, I heard what you did. Keep snitching, but you can't keep it. Tattletale committed your crime. Now your friends do time. Tell me who will stand, who will hide. You haven't got a thimble full of pride. Singing and dancing the day you died. Friends waiting for you on the other side. Tattletale, you can take your price. Couldn't get enough of your beans and rice. Everglade deeds, shoot us gold. Everglade deeds and Tennessee. Tattletale, I heard what you did. Keep snitching, but you can't keep it. Tattletale committed your crime, man. I trusted you with my butterfly knife, the sugar raincoat and sister's life. I was gonna scold you and melt me down, charge me rent on hollow ground. Tattletale, I heard what you did. Keep snitching, but you can't keep it. Tattletale committed your crime. Now your friends do
Are you quizzing me? I feel like you're testing me. I want to play the song.
Walls of me, barefoot on the ground. Watch for the rocks and the intel I found. Walls of me on the sawdust yet floor. But beware the broken bottle there at the door. It will be alright. I know what to watch for. Walls of me, barefoot on the floor.
I'll be right back.
These are my shoes, shining clean. They help me run fast and they make me look keen. But the soles underneath already lost their sheen. Like I bought them this morning. These are my feet, tattered and torn from each piece of glass and each little thorn. They're just as soft as the day I was born, like I was born just this morning. Walls of me, barefoot on the ground, watch for the rocks and the until I found. Walls of me on the sawdusted floor, but with the broken bottle there at the door. It will be alright. I know what to watch for. Walls of me, barefoot on the floor. Now I watch your feet to learn this whole dancing biz. 2 steps to your right and 1 step to his. I can see blood in your footprints. Looks like I'm not the only one mourning. And though it's not spring and the grass will be cold, take off your shoes, winter is old. We'll dance together for naked souls. So we'll still be dancing come the morning. Walls of me, barefoot on the ground, watch for the rocks and the until I found. Walls of me on the sawdusted floor, but with a broken bottle there at the door. It will be alright. My damn feet are sore. Walls of me, barefoot on the floor. A little flat on that E string. So you want to play Saw, huh?
Yeah. I roasted my bow for nothing. Show it off when it's other
Well, the Thibodeau furlough turned a little out town, barefoot in the bow with the covers pulled down. The Reverend and Delilah stole a cherry black Merc, cigarettes, serotonin, half a day's work. You know he's leaking in the Lincoln, it'll never get through. You're gonna have to choose, it's the orphan or you. He puts the bullets in backwards in the barrel of his gun. Nobody knows he shoots you when you run. He's just doing his job beside of me, oh yeah. But I was never any better than I should have been.
close to me.
Certainly that's the problem.
There it is, tiny.
Close feet.
Close feet.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and having some fun with us, indulging us in our whimsical musical pleasures.
Yeah. And now, we're going to say a bad word, take a drink, and get off the internet.
Fuck yeah.
Because we can't say bad words when we're on TV, so it's like our reward. We get to say, oh shit.
Where's that glass?
I don't know, did you
Oh, here
lose
it
your
is. There
drink?
it is. Yes.
This is to you. Here, we'll toast to the closer camera. That's better.
Hello, closer camera. We always liked you best. The other camera, not so much. But you're special. We love you. Yes. Cheers.
Cheers. Clink. Clink. Eyes. Thanks for hanging out with us, or at least me. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for enduring me.
We'll see you next week. Hey, if you haven't gone and signed up for Patreon, please do that, because it's kind of getting embarrassing with me just repeating myself and getting no new members.
Yeah, please. Please.
I kind of feel embarrassed, honestly.
Give her a reason to say something else.
Is that really what you want?